MK, and I am here with the Not Just for Boys Kit Club, and I am so super excited to share with you guys that I have been asked to be a guest designer for this amazing club. Now, I'm not going to lie that I did originally record this in real time, and I tripped and stumbled over my words. It really did not look good. So I thought that I would just do a voiceover. So if my hands kind of don't match the voice, that is because it was supposed to be in real time. Now, basically what I'm telling you guys is how excited I am to be doing this. You guys have no idea how much I enjoy this club. Now, first off, I wanted to show you guys this cute little note that was given to me by the two ladies that own the club, and I just realized it was a sticker. How super cute. I can't wait to add that to one of my layouts. Just by tucking it in and hide the words that say Kit Club. Anyways, these buttons are so amazing. They're almost like burlap woven buttons. And when you pull them out, you kind of expect that little scratchy feel and whatnot, just kind of like one of those overcoats, right? No, they're actually really smooth. I just could not get over how smooth these buttons really were. And this stamp set. Next is this amazing stamp set. Now, you can do the circled lines in one color, then flip the image over and do a solid circle and color in the lines, which I think is amazing, and kind of darken it up. And then I also did a little bit of experimenting and realized that the word summer fits inside that medium bar of the circle. I think that's awesome, you guys. I love it when a stamp set meshes together like that. All right. And then, of course, always remember the waste not packaging. Don't throw your packaging away because it's waste not. Huh? And then there is this really cool black washi tape that just has a cute little grid on it. And these ever so uber super cute little paper clips. Now, I do know that all of the design team members have probably already done a kit reveal and expressed how awesome and amazing these kits really are already. But I like to do my own just in case the other DT members aren't followed by the same people. Who knows, right? So anyways, there was an alpha set by P13, and it kind of had a tone-on-tone print to them. And then these Heidi Swapp frames that had a print on them. Now, all 6 frames are printed differently that make it look like they are made out of paper, which is kind of cool. And then this entire Heidi Swapp sticker book. I absolutely love the ransom letters, by the way. That is so up my alley. And then everything else, I just love this color palette, to be honest. And this cut file here is just amazing. And I'm flipping it just to show you guys how it just looks good, you know, with the scallops up, scallops down, and scallops on the side. I can't decide how I want to use it, but I'm going to use it. Trust me. Maybe not today, but maybe later. Now I'm going to go through all of these papers. To be honest, I don't remember all of their names. Now this one is Heidi Swapp Carefree. I only know that because I can read it. And I do love the very bottom of this ocean wave. And I didn't realize how much I loved it until I saw the branding strip. So keep an eye out for that because I do enjoy both sides of that paper, as well as here is an Amy Tan bold and bright or something like that. Bright and bold. Anyways, I don't remember, you guys, but I do like the ombre painted blotchy tech pattern. Anyways, missing it. Here is just a woven line, and then this print. I can't remember what that print is called, but it was on the back of that paper, and it was kind of like a tone on tone. And then these are some really cool mosaic tiles, as well as this teeny tiny little florally print. Yep, get my words together. Again, I don't remember what name brand that one was from. And this ledger paper I thought was pretty cool because even though it just looks like a plain Jane ledger paper, sorry for the focusing in and out, but there's actually a lot of color on this ledger paper. The numbers are printed in one color, the grid is printed in another, the lines, the date, everything. And then of course it's got this amazing stripe on the other side. Oh, that's pretty. And then this kind of a weird animal print polka dot. I'm not really sure. It's not really animal print though, but I do enjoy the colors. And then the birds, the way that they were put on the page made it look like a houndstooth, which I thought was pretty cool. And I love the pink peachy tones in that wood grain, as well as this collage paper, because this just reminds me of, how I used to scrapbook when I was a kid. I used to cut out images from a magazine and just glue them all together until you couldn't see the base page. Yep, that was it. And then I love the distressing on this peachy pink ledger paper, and then a tone-on-tone rose print. So those were the papers from this kit. Now this kit is called Breeze. It is the main premium kit for the month, and these were the add-ons that I had received. It was this cut file, the perfect day, as well as the sunglasses. Now, what I'm trying to explain here on the sunglasses was the fact that the masking that protects the wood from scorch marks has been left on these sunglasses, so you can do multiple painting effects on these sunglasses. But when I first noticed them, I absolutely loved the ombre scorch effect. Without realizing that the masking was still left on. So when you peel the masking off, it looks perfectly fine. And then there is this paradise little wood cut out, as well as some, what is it called? Acrylic pieces. And then this mix of sequins is just to die for. It is so pretty. I love all the different colors and the gray wood grain. Oh my gosh, so pretty. And then last but not least, a cut file that just says relaxing. And that is it. Now we are going to get right on to the layout. Now I did pull a couple of the Nuvo sprays that are in the store, as well as I'm using some stencils that we got from a couple kits ago that were also by Heidi Swapp. Now, I've just kind of sort of used these already, and I've kept them in my spray book, but this time I decided that I can only get so many sprays out of them that I might as well start actually trying to use them. So I took a spray, what was it called? The dark blue one, Midnight Horizon is what it is, and it's a mica mist. Now, my mica mists, the spray nozzles have never worked, ever, on any of the Nuvo Mica Mist sprays that I own. And so what I do is I actually have a bottle of alcohol and a spray tip on that. And I take the spray tip off of the alcohol bottle, put it on my Nuvo, make my sprays, and then I put it back on the alcohol and clean it out right away before any of that mica can accidentally stick into it. So, and yeah, now I have sprayed out all of my colors. I also used, for the smaller leaves, I used pampas grass. And for the larger ones, I believe that was an olive, old olive or some color like that. I'm not really sure. I actually had to remove that from its bottle because the lid was totally broke. And you're supposed to keep the mica sprays on their side because of the fact that the mica inside something about clogging the tube. And so you're supposed to hold them or store them on the side. Well, because my lid was broke, it was leaking everywhere. So had nothing to do with, anything from the Kit Club or anything like that. It just was a bad bottle. That's all I can say. But the ingredients inside still work in a different bottle. Anyways, decided that I was going to cut apart these stencils and possibly use them on my layout. Now, I have no idea what I'm going to do just yet, but I do know that I wanted to use these pictures of my daughter doing a Stegosaurus puzzle. It's just this ginormous magnetic puzzle at the Dinosaur Museum that we did on her last trip to the Dinosaur Museum as kind of like a last family trip. I don't know if she actually goes there on her own. That would be cute if she did, though. Anyways, I decided I was going to use that cut file, and then I forgot to use that cut file. So basically what I did first was I got focused on the fact that, oh my gosh, here's some cardstock. I'll back my photos with it because it's the perfect color. It's what I wanted to use. So that is what I did. And then when I start clearing away my desk, the cut file gets tossed off to the side and it gets forgotten. Yes, I know. Now, the first thought that I had was not this one. It definitely went a different direction. I was going to take the woven striped, is that a plaid? I'm not sure. That print that's underneath my trimmer right now, I was going to use that one. I was going to use the darker Amy Tan print as well as the leaf print. And then I decided, nope, I'm going to use the wave print and the leaf print and just flip them over. Decided to do that instead. I'm going to use this teeny tiny itty bitty little branding strip because I just want a small portion of it showing at the bottom and a larger portion showing up at the top. Now I don't want to have too many layers because I don't want to take away from the background that I just created just by stencils and sprays. That was it. And when you do a spray in a stencil, make sure that you do it, that it's very, very light. Now, I was going to cut off another piece and double back my photos. And I thought, no, I've got too much going on as it is. So here is what my thought process is going to look like. Oh, I thought that the branding strip was going to go down at the bottom. See, I don't even know what I'm doing. But I want my daughter's pictures tucked into the different layers. So that way I have, one going in the, the upper layer and one going in the layer on the very back, things like that. So, but I didn't want them to be straight across because I wanted to be able to still see, the background when I'm all finished and done, but it doesn't end up being like that. I do end up actually, covering up most of it. Yep, I do. Now I did also leave a bunch of I didn't glue everything down like edge to edge because I want to be able to tuck things. Like I said, I wanted to be able to tuck things in between the ripped layers. And then that way it doesn't look like everything's just on top of everything else. So with my little lattice piece that I have cut out from my faux stencil, actually, I think they were called stencils instead of just Heidi Swapp cutouts or whatever. I think they were stencils. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to figure out how to get this stencil to show up. I don't want to use the whole thing if I don't have to, but I want some of it tucked in and some of it not. And so I was trying to figure out how to make that happen. And instead I decided that I don't know. So I'm going to move on. I still don't know. I'm still just staring at things because that's what I do. And now I'm deciding, do I want to back my little leaves with this Amy Tan? No, I don't, because again, it's going to be a solid piece and I will take away from my background. Now you already can't see the background on the right side of the page. All you can see now is that sprayed leaf. I mean, I'm totally covering up everything that I've already done, but I don't realize that until I'm doing the voiceover. In all honesty, I really liked how this was laying out. So going through the sticker book and checking out to see what all I have. And, I'm not very good at using these corner pieces or photo corner pieces. I don't know what they're even called. I'm not very good at using those. So I thought that I would just stick some here and there in the corners that weren't hidden by anything else. And then I'm taking this clear sticker and I fight with it a little bit because I did put some glue down below, or on the edge so I could glue the two layers together. But it just says explore more, and I wanted the more to kind of stick up. You can't really see it, but I wanted the more to be right on the edge of my ripped piece, and that meant that the P had to drop down below, and I just needed to basically, not rip up, but lift up where I had already glued down. And of course, trying to apply a sticker on some double-sided tape. Yeah, it was just fun. Then I decided that I was going to cut up my lattice because I want it in more than just one spot. I feel like when you put something down on a layout, it needs to be represented in at least two spots, just so that way it doesn't look like it was something that you were, that you just decided on. Like, oh, I'm just going to put this here. Yep. Well, if you put it in two spots, then it looks like it was a plan, right? Which I don't plan anything, by the way. I just don't. So, and my title that I was originally going to put on this layout, which now I don't even remember what it was. I totally forgot about it too. This piece definitely takes a different turn. And then I decided that I had too much of my water paper showing, so I'm going to rip a little bit of it off because I covered up that background and I didn't want it to be covered up. So I did, so I ripped a little bit more so I could see some more of that background, even though it's just a teeny tiny little bit of that background. Now I'm cutting up some more of this lattice just because I wanted to put it again in 2 spots instead of just 1. And actually, I think I end up putting it in 3 spots. But I definitely wanted just some of that lattice poking out. But I didn't want it to be symmetrical, if that makes sense. I didn't want it to look like it was a solid pattern. Now, I probably would have gotten maybe a better effect if I would have just ripped it and tore it in places, and then it would have looked not so methodical. But yeah, it's okay. I still like how it works. It just takes a little bit for me to trim off the pieces that I wanted because I was trying to make it look like it had an end, basically. Putting this little like decoration or embellishment cluster up in the upper corner. I have no idea why. It just felt like it was blank and needed one. Maybe that's my title. I don't know. Maybe the clear sticker down at the bottom was my title. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I do know that these Heidi Swapp stencils were quite thick, so I did have to hold down my layers so the glue could seep through. And I just absolutely loved these little acrylic pieces. Oh my gosh, you guys, the soft blue and that green matched the Nuvo spray so well, that Pampas Grass Nuvo spray. Oh my goodness. And they just look so delicate and soft. It's so pretty. So then I just decided to pick a couple words on here. I'm not really sure exactly what they say, or I don't remember what they say. But just to finish off some of these little clusters by adding some words. This one down at the bottom definitely says weekend shenanigans because that's what we did all the time. We always had some time off. Now I'm going to do some hidden hearts because hearts really aren't my thing, but I felt like I needed something just there, even though you can't really see them. Making sure that my little leaves are definitely going to be glued in. I'm very glad that I left them open like I did because I feel like now they're not the star of the show. You can still see the photos. Their photos aren't so hidden by all the stuff that I've tucked and weaved behind them that I just felt like it's absolutely perfect. Now, I wanted to put another one of these lattice pieces behind the third photo, but it wasn't happening. I couldn't find a spot for it. So I decided, it's okay. It works. It's fine. It doesn't need anything else. But when I was getting ready to put the glue away, I almost forgot that I wanted to add the sequins. Now, the sequins to me, I felt like completed this page. Like it just brought what I felt like was missing all around this page. Now, I'm not very good at, the left hand, right hand thing. I definitely like putting my glue dot down and then putting my sequins down with the same exact hand, but I'm lazy and I don't like dropping my glue bottle every time I want to put a sequins down. So I try to use this pickup tool it's by Stampin' Up, and I try to use it, but it's so sticky that even the sequins won't stick to the glue. It puts it in the glue and then it stays stuck on the stick. Does that make sense? That's hard. It's hard to say, but I definitely have to just use my other finger to help pull it off of the sticky bit because it's like, oh my gosh, then I just have this big old glue mess. It's terrible. So yeah. And then sometimes I can't get it to stick at all. Like if I push on it too hard, it's too stuck. If I push on it too soft, it doesn't stick at all. It's just, it's a vicious circle that I just need both my hands when I'm putting sequins down. Now, it doesn't take very long at all to do this, and I do enjoy doing it. So it's not like I'm complaining. It's just that, I had to have something to ramble about, so I might as well tell you guys. Yes, and then of course I almost forgot about the washi tape. So I took a little strip, ripped it in half, and found 2 little spots that were absolutely perfect because it brought in a little bit more black. I love the little pops of black, especially when my photos look like, the black center of the page. And then I have little black elements all over, like sprinkled all over the page. So I do like this, and that is it. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun playing with this kit. Be sure to check out the Not Just for Boys Kit Club. Their website is, their shopping place is amazing. And I just love all of their little add-ons and their perfect little touches for every little thing. And their colors aren't pink and purple. I love that. Anyways, I'll check y'all tomorrow. Bye.